Okay, guys, I'm here today with the living legend Greg Jackson. For those who doesn't know him, he's one of the best or the best MMA coach in the history of MMA. He has worked with some of the best MMA athletes in the planet, including the GOAT, John Jones. And guys, as soon as I arrived here, my very first question to Greg, which I'm gonna bring the question here to you guys, is like, what's the secret behind it? Like, how do you deal with like all at least from seeing from outside, it looks to me that the biggest challenge might be dealing with all the egos and dramas that pop up. So what's the secret there?
Well, I think it's a kind of a layered secret, if you will. And what I mean by that is, first thing is consistency. You have to be there for those guys all the time.
Be present.
Yes, exactly. Be present, be available.
Is it like 7 days a week?
Yeah, it's pretty much. When I was really going like full steam, it was 7 days a week for a long time. I try to do it a little smarter now, but so that's consistency is number one. Really genuinely caring about your guys is number two. You know, being ready to go anywhere with them and do what you need to do. I think that's very important. And then having good partners is great. Like I have Mr. Winklejohn's one of my partners and my main partner in MMA, obviously. So having them help diffuse the situation too, right? Having other personalities that can help diffuse that is important. But
all the decisions, and it doesn't fall all on your shoulder.
Yeah,
you have like a
it's
shoulder
nice
to split.
Exactly. It's nice to have some friends to help you out. So it's a full-time job, that's for sure.
No, I can just imagine. And Greg, I think one thing that makes you special, at least in my vision, is like you have so much knowledge from different techniques to the point that when you started your career, you created your own martial arts, kind of, right? Like what's the guided
Jiu-Jitsu, yeah. So like it was an early form of MMA, and what I always say is, and it was very true. When it was very rudimentary, like very fundamental. And the Ultimate Fighting Championship came out, and I saw the Gracie family, and oh my God! Like I always say, I was like a child in kindergarten. These guys are like super math professors. So it's been a joy to be in the right place at the right time. I got in early in MMA, there was nobody in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1992, 93 to teach me anything. So I had to figure it out myself. So all of the tournaments that we did, all the grappling competitions we won, all the MMA later, I kind of had to figure that out. I didn't have anybody to help me. So, and here and there I would, like we get a technique from somebody or we go to a competition and see new techniques. But this is in the days before YouTube was a big thing. So it was a lot of just figuring out, learning, and having the great example of the Gracie family to kind of to gleam off of, to learn from was wonderful. I was very, very lucky. The Gracie family changed everything, and I'm a small part of that, and really grateful that I got to be here.
Yeah, no, and I think the name explains, right? MMA mixed martial arts. So I think you do need all this mixing.
You do, and that's what's so fun. Like for me, I'm a generalist, right? Like I have to be able to box, kickbox, Thai box, wrestle, ground and pound, jiu-jitsu. I have to know all of this so I can put cohesive game plans together for no matter what your style is. And that's been really fun for me, is to be a true mixed martial artist. So there's jiu-jitsu coaches that are much better than me. They make me look like a joke. Kickboxing, boxing, wrestling, so much better than me. But the one who can put all together. That's my job, is to try to put together, and I think I do it okay. I think, I've made some mistakes and I've done some really good ones. So, but that's, after thousands of fights, that's going to happen in your career. And I always say, everything dumb that you can do, I've already done. Yeah. Like I've been there and done that.
I love your style because you have all these concepts and philosophies that you kind of like created, but I think it comes from understanding all these different martial arts. Is that just like the last video you made, the Force Array?
Yes.
Like that's fascinating. Like this is like a really, really, really deep understanding about MMA and the risks involved. And
and I think that's so cool, right? Is you get to see these beautiful structures. I mean, that's what let's do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, it's beautiful interacting structures, and you can see that in the philosophies too, in what your mentality is, how you're thinking about dealing with making decisions in combat has these beautiful structures as well. It's just, what's more beautiful than the martial arts? Nothing.
I agree.
Gorgeous.
It's
gorgeous.
I fully agree. And Greg, and one of the instructions that you created here this week, you added a lot of like not only techniques but also philosophies on how to think, right?
Right, because I think a lot of people, especially if you're a competitor and you're just starting out, in, let's say, jiu-jitsu competition, you're just starting to, I'm going to try that. I want to see. but you don't have a lot of experience competing. Well, what do you think about? How do you look at it? You know what I mean? You're nervous and stuff. Like, what should you? So we work a lot on these things, on how to think like a winner, how to set yourself up for success. These kind of things that I think are very important for competitors, no matter what you are. You can be just, I do jiu-jitsu for fun. Or you can be like, listen, I'm a veteran. I have done a bunch of matches, but maybe I'm getting burned out. Maybe I need a new perspective. Maybe I need something a little bit different to come at this. You can also do it that way as a veteran as well. So we try to present these strategies in a way that you can understand it if you're just getting going and jiu-jitsu is kind of new to you, or if you've done 100 competitions already and you've got championships, but you need something a little bit different, a different way to look at it. So
there you go. No, man, this is fascinating. And yeah, so guys, make sure to check the instructional videos from Greg Jackson. He has a few with us already at BJJ Fanatics and Dynamic Striking, and he is showing a few more. This weekend, he was showing one all about Jiu-Jitsu for MMA, and the other one all about the standing part of the MMA. And he also has like a MMA fundamentals, cage control, ground and pound. So if you really want to learn MMA, there's no better person to learn from than this living legend here. So thanks for being here.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and make sure to check that out, guys. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.